Actually, that night was very traumatizing because one of our co-workers, who's actually a fellow physician, was our first admission, and sadly, he eventually died.
My quarantine experience, well, first is
Simple.
Cha-ching! Maggastos.
Kain, tulog, Netflix, kain.
Nakatulala lang ako sa pader, clean the bathroom for 500 pesos. Parang ganun.
Di ako makapag-milk tea, tapos di ka mapayo sa kilay ko. I'm just kidding, of course.
My quarantine experience is challenging.
Stressful.
Nakakaloka.
Sa emoji, ano siya, parang yung gano'n na emoji.
I'm not used to staying at home.
Para kung ibong malaya, tapos bigla mo kong kinulong.
According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, na hindi tayo mabubuhay kapag kulang tayo sa social needs.
First time lang naman nagkaroon in our generation na ng pandemic.
I can't even get my drinking water delivered at the moment.
I wasn't saving up for this kind of crisis. I was saving up for myself, sa future plans ko.
Whenever there are bad things happening, you will always have that thought na, bakit ako pa yung makaka-experience?
My quarantine experience is
overwhelming. It's
unstable.
Paralyzing.
Very, very shitty.
Traumatizing. Yung mga see you soons, yung mga I miss yous, you don't know how long that becomes valid.
Hindi pa ulit kami nakikita ng family ko and friends ko. I miss my parents.
The fact that I'm separated from my parents. My mom, who's Filipina, she's now based in Paris and she's locked down there also with my dad.
I was supposed to go with my wife to attend a meeting in the Philippines. Just a few days nung pag-uwi niya, nag-announce na ang Philippine government na, there will be a lockdown. So, my wife wasn't able to fly out of the country in time. Unexpectedly, we entered into an LDR.
Dun sa part naman ng mga estudyante, not all students have access to internet connection. Kahit teacher, kahit estudyante, hindi makakapag-function ng maayos kapag kami dinadalang psychological burden.
A lot of us are having a hard time mentally, we're feeling depressed.
Before this quarantine, I was actually going to get myself checked for my anxiety attacks. I feel really sad, but I can't bring myself to tell them because there are a lot more problems in the world than me being sad. But I know that mental health shouldn't be taken lightly.
For me, medyo traumatizing talaga siya. Kasi I felt like hinahabol ako ng virus. I'm actually a student from Wuhan. So, nasa Hong Kong airport na ako for my connecting flight. Tapos, sumabog yung taal. So, I was stuck in the airport for at least 23 hours. Eventually, I was able to fly back. Nakapag-book pa kasi ako ng bakasyon last year pa. Nabook ko yung flight ko ng patang Dumaguete. So, at the time na nasa Dumaguete ako, yung person na nagdala ng COVID-19 sa Pilipinas, nandun din siya sa Dumaguete. Take note, meron kaming weird, clingy relationship nitong virus na to.
My quarantine experience is survival.
I have this underlying condition called lupus wherein my immune system is lupus. To the point na may bumahin lang sa harap ko o umupo, pwede na agad akong mahawa. May article online na sinasabi na yung gamot na tinitake, so ba't ako hindi magkakaroon ng COVID-19? That specific drug, I have been taking that since 2011. This year, 2020, ngayon lang nangyari na na-out of stock yung gamot na yun. Binilang ng mom ko kung hanggang kailan yung gamot ko yun. Kapag hindi ako nag-take ng gamot na yun, mag-flare up ako. And it was really hard kasi yung takot ko, my dad is going out despite what's happening around us. What if, syempre, sa drugstore pupunta daddy ko, lahat ng mga taong bumibili doon may sakit, di ba? And we don't know what if merong positive doon.
And ang hirap lang financially kasi nung sahod na natanggap namin noong February, kailangan namin siyang i-stretch hanggang April. Siyam kami sa bahay and hindi lang naman kami isang beses kumakain sa isang araw. May mga bills na dapat bayaran, may mga necessities na kailangang unahin. Maubos na yung pera namin hanggang pag hindi pa natapos yung ECQ.
How do you think the people in our country is dealing with this health crisis?
Pag sinabi mo kasi na stay at home, yung iba, nasa bahay lang. On the other side, pag sinabi mong stay at home, hindi, nasa labas. Parang walang nangyayari.
They're still sticking with their old routine pa na they're going out, hanging out with friends. Please stay at home.
People nowadays are very wary on how this disease attacks.
I think people are scared. Some of us are unprepared. That's a fact.
Maraming hindi nagkakaintindihan. Siyempre nangangailangan ng konkretong sagot.
You're so frustrated that you want like a physical solution to things.
I personally am very thankful because me and my family have the capability to stay at home in quarantine.
I'm one of the people na nakakain ng 3 beses sa isang araw.
I, as a privileged individual, am doing well off with the quarantine. But a lot of us aren't.
A lot of people started hoarding like groceries.
So yung iba, panic buying ng alcohol, sanitizers.
People living in the upper class, they have a much easier time. They just need to battle through boredom.
Anong gagawin ko today? Makakapag-workout ba ako? Anong papanoorin ko sa Netflix? Mag-Mobile Legends pa ako?
Knowing that the Philippines is a third world country.
Some are only able to follow the guidelines, sadly, because most of us live through a day-to-day basis.
For them to provide the basic necessities needed in their homes.
Personally, my partner and I had a lot of plans for our business. We had so many goals, so many strategies in our head. Then suddenly, this happened.
It's not just my company I work at, but like a lot of companies that had to close down and, well, leaving people unpaid at the moment.
But you still see a lot of people on the streets trying to earn money as an attempt to put food on their table. And that's sad because it means that people fear starving more than they fear getting the virus.
Jobs that aren't enabled to be work from home, they still have to risk their lives every day to go out and probably get infected.
In the hospital, for example, kung saan nag-work ako as an OT, medyo nabawasan na po ako ng mga pasyente. Napansin ko na lang din na yung mga nakakapasok na lang madalas ay yung may mga kaya talaga sa buhay. May sarili silang sasakyan, may tagahatid for them, at yung may mga flexible ang work schedule.
I think we're all just trying to survive. I think we're all just trying to find means to live.
And that's actually heartbreaking. People were forced to take in this quarantine and now they're still struggling to even look for something to eat.
Like no one's definitely like super prepared for a pandemic. There's people who are capable of preparing for a pandemic in a short amount of time. And there's people who can't.
Nakakalungkot kasi instead na matapos na to, mas nagiging reason pa yun para mas lalong tumagal yung crisis.
3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 days ago, yun pa rin yung pinaglalaban ng tao.
After this like pandemic, anong next?
My quarantine experience has been very
eye-opening,
profound,
groundbreaking,
wake-up call,
enlightening.
I had to go on self-isolation for actually more than 14 days and I had symptoms so bad. I had to be tested. The guilt of thinking that maybe you could have infected your loved ones and the fear of not waking up to a normal world anymore was all that happened to me in isolation. On the day that I received my results, I was already literally crying. When it came out negative, my entire family and I had dinner all together to give thanks.
It made me realize what's really important. It's other people.
It's important to connect with the other people so that you don't feel lonely, so that you don't feel left out.
The bayanihan efforts of everyone is very admirable.
Buong mundo na yung nakakaranas ng hirap. And yet we Filipinos push ourselves to help other people.
Ako personally, I've started donating. I've started my own donation drive with our company.
And our beneficiaries were tricycle, pedicab drivers, and informal settlers around our subdivision.
And now we're doing another fundraising para makapamigay naman ng relief goods sa mga less fortunate families sa Quezon City, Caloocan, and Manila.
The people are actively speaking up in social media. They were apolitical before or they were apathetic before. May nagising or may something inside them that has been awoken.
Now we see that we are being heard. Things are happening because people are complaining. Now's really the time where you'll see the delineation between the rich and the poor. Now's the time to really build bridges and to help out.
Especially yung mga artista, they could influence those followers, open their eyes na this is what's happening, this is reality.
First off, I would like to give a big thank you to the health workers out there. You guys are the real heroes.
They risk themselves in the virus every day in the service of the nation.
One thing is for sure, walang may gusto sa atin na magkaroon ng coronavirus.
Social distancing is a must to everyone, and also wear your face masks.
You're not stuck at home, you are safe at home.
Stay at home.